Hello. Good afternoon for a fabulous Tuesday afternoon. Hope you're doing really well. I might just wait to see if anyone jumps on today. Interesting bit of a news day today. Interesting timing because I've been reading the Barefoot Investors book by Scott Pape. A lot of people have been talking about that. Hey Robin, how are you? And I thought I'd start reading it. And it's really interesting there. One of the things that Scott talks about is looking at your super funds. And if the charges that the fund is charging you is more than 0.85% per year, then you need to change funds because you'll just end up paying too much of your fees out over the years and you'll lose too much of your funds. It gets eaten away in fees and other charges. So my husband and I have actually been looking at that, and then it was really interesting to see today that there's a bit of a super shake up, which is really great. And I think the government should be doing this as well because, you know, as they say, there's a lot of underperforming super funds out there. So the question is to people here, how is that relevant to your business? Can you comment? Would you comment? What would you say? So if you're an accountant or a financial advisor, this is absolutely where you could add comment. You might also be somebody who advises in careers or budgeting or family planning, and you could certainly comment here about the pros and cons and looking at changing super funds. If you've got any testimonials or case studies that you could share, that would work really well. And just looking to share your expertise and knowledge around that. So Paul Grafton, who I've been in communication with today, I said this would be an absolutely perfect opportunity. He's an accountant today to get his story out there and comment on these new changes and this new legislation that's coming through, what that means for consumers and superannuation, people that are using super funds, which is all of us. And I know there's been a really big push around younger people, and that if they jump onto these better performing funds, they could have as much as, $400,000 when they retire in their super. So it's big money and big differences when you look at this, when you're choosing the most effective super account for you. And it just leaves really beautiful opportunity for you to comment if this is relevant to your business. I hope that makes sense. Not quite relevant to your business, Robin, but still really interesting to know about, as I think, the older we get, the more interested we get in our superannuation. We don't really pay much attention to it when we're younger. And I guess I wish I did. And also, even more importantly, as a business owner, what are you doing for your super? Are you contributing to your super? Are you topping up? Are you chipping in the extra, is it 5%, so that you're contributing up to 15%? Are you doing that? Are you keeping on top of that as a business owner? And why should you be doing that as a business owner? What are the pros and cons in doing that? Because obviously as business owners, we don't have to, but that can, I guess, be detrimental to us when we retire. Good afternoon, Ms. Phillips. How are you? Thanks for joining in. Did you work on your media release today? I can't believe your app has gone up 10 places. Is that 10 places in 2 days? So you've gone from the top 25 lifestyle apps to the top 15. That's a little bit exciting if that is what has occurred. And that's even more powerful. You did. And how did that happen, Annette? How did that happen? Congratulations. That's incredible. Yeah, incredible. So was there a big push? Was it more people using it, people sharing it, reviews? How did that happen? When you get to the top 10, I think that will be even more powerful to get a media release out if you're in the top 10. That'll have even more power and divine intervention. Well, these things do happen. These things do happen when we're on the right path and we're going where we're supposed to go. We'll get signs to say, yep, you are on the right path, and you must, and absolutely. I believe in signs from the universe. I had my favourite pair of Ray-Ban sunnies that I've had for quite a few years now. the lens fell out, and the lens had been popping out of the frame, fell out onto the ground, and the lens smashed. Took it to get repaired or see if I could, and then Ray-Ban don't make that particular pair of sunnies anymore, so I couldn't get it repaired. And then I left the shops, went to pull out my backup pair of sunnies, and the arm had snapped. So I took that as divine intervention that I needed to upgrade my sunglasses, because I haven't done it for years, so that's what I did. Yeah, I think you should really find out, Annette, because it'd be really interesting to see what has created that, and then if you can put your finger on it, then finding out, can you replicate that again? Can you move up another 5 notches in a few days? I think that'd be really, really cool, because it'd have to have come from somewhere, and it's very exciting. I'm very happy for you. So have you started on that media release that you were talking about? Because I think that you should. And then in your bio that we're working on as well, in your bio, update that bio to say that Take Two is in the top 15 lifestyle apps in Australia. Because what does that do? Well, it's social proof, and you always hear me banging on about social proof and credibility, and that's just another way showing that your product is superior and is going really well. It's exciting. It's exciting. Annette, while I have you, do you have any further questions? Questions. And thank you for your wonderful post about the workshop and working with me. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I've had some more queries into the workshop, 3 today, so it could be sold out within a week, which is brilliant. Very exciting, very exciting. Right, so yeah, back to the super stuff. So super shake-up, accountants, financial advisors, budgeters, family planners could all get in this. Okay, you're off to hockey training. That's no worries. We've got rugby training soon that we have to get one of our kids off to. So I totally understand. All right, if there's no other questions, I will leave that for now. Thank you for tuning in, and you will hear from me soon. Bye from me.